Tomorrow, I am going to Film Forum finally to see Ross McElwee's, in all likelihood, last documentary remake. I understand from everyone it's a masterpiece. It's possibly on the level of Sherman's March, which, oddly enough, I also saw about 2 or 3 weeks ago, with Ross McElwee there being interviewed by Ira Glass. And I went up to Ross and said hello. He remembered me because I interviewed him years ago. It was very nice of him. I attended Sherman's March with my ex, and then here we are now. I have been dumped by my ex, and she proved to be very mentally unstable. And I've been scrambling for housing. I've been spending every waking hour doing that. But I've been watching bits of his movies just to kind of refresh my memory. I watched Time Indefinite, and now I'm working on Photographic Memory, which oddly enough I hadn't seen since I interviewed him when it came out. And the interesting thing is that now that I've had to, I've essentially been dumped by someone who was mentally disturbed, someone who, by the way, spilled agave into at least one bag of mine. I learned that tonight. I'm sure that there's other surprises awaiting me. I have a lot of things to look through, and no firm apartment yet. But seeing his attempt to connect to his son, who I know, passed away early, in photographic memory, it reminds me of my attempts desperately on the last day to try to connect with my ex, who was clearly gone. And when I watched this movie and I interviewed him about it like a little bit less than 20 years ago, my thought back then was, "Fuck this kid. This kid's awful." But now that I've become a little wiser, I'm seeing just the sheer brave honesty that Ross McElwee put into his movies in photographic memory, and I see that he's trying to memorialize how he's connecting, how he's trying to connect to his son, who refuses to connect to him. It's a very just deeply sad situation, and I have nothing but empathy for Ross and his son this time, because I was there. I was there in the last 10 days. I tried to reach out to this person who just ignobly did this, and maybe I just have the same kind of weird, witty sensibility that is used to negotiate a lifetime of pain and mishaps. Maybe I have a similar sense of wanting to connect with women as he has done in his movies, particularly Sherman's March. Maybe I am also, like Ross McElwee, a very late mature. I am going to turn 52 in a couple of weeks, and I just feel with this last incident, I really wanted to live this time. I really wanted to be proactive this time, because I was mourning just what I couldn't restore. And I was mourning that kid. I was mourning her, and I'm still mourning to some degree. And I now I'm ready for remake. I know I'm gonna fucking sob like a goddamn baby when I watch this movie, because I know what he's fucking up to. I mean, what Ross McElwee has done as a filmmaker is just so unbelievably poignant. It seems as if he is doing this out of solipsism, but I think he's trying to memorialize his life to show his own failures to connect. And he's trying to document through filmmaking how you can't always connect with people, no matter how benevolent and quiet you are. And he has a very sort of soft kind of voice like this that narrates. And the further you go in the Ross McElwee canon, the older he gets, and his voice starts to become graver and raspier. And it's almost as if because you have the narration voice of Ross, and I know with this, and now he's old. He's an old man now with this one, and it's gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking messed up. But you know what? I'm really ready to cry. I'm really ready to learn the ultimate lesson that he is trying to impart to us. At the end of the day, all of Ross McElwee's movies are a celebration of existence and trying, and still trying to connect with people even when it is impossible, and still trying on some basic level to really to really show the beauty of life. And that's probably why his movies mean so much to me. That's why I think he's one of the greatest documentary filmmakers of all time. And I'm also really glad that, he found another wife, and he seems to be doing better. And he did give us one last movie, and he still had enough in the tank after all the loss he's experienced to remember someone like me. I tried to do the most informative, detailed Ross McElwee interview of all time. I think, and I've heard from other people to indicate that I did, but it's all in the work, man. So I'm ready for remake, and this is kind of a sort of a pre-take before I've seen the movie, because I do think that you should see his movies. If your library has Canopy, you can see them for free. You could also watch all of his movies on Ovid TV, like a free trial, which is what I did. That's how I've been watching them. For free. Just be sure to cancel within the first 7 days, and you can watch most of his movies. In Paraguay, it's hard to find, and I can't really find it because I'm not really situated right now. I know where to get it, but it's involves a little bit of hacking. I understand why he's taken it out of circulation, because I have seen it and I know what's in it, and maybe he went a little too far with that, in coming too close to the pain of life. But he's really an amazing fucking filmmaker, and I really love his movies so much. And he is an acquired taste, but his movies have always meant a lot to me, and he thankfully proved twice, the two times I've met him, yeah, meet your heroes. He's a good guy. He's a great filmmaker. Go see a remake if it's playing. I'll let you know my thoughts after I see the movie tomorrow.